Saint Lucia, again one of those Caribbean country, very small island right here in the southern Caribbean Sea, east-south, depends what you want to call it. First of all, let's start with some numbers, but before you begin, considering subscribing if you like this type of content and share it with someone you might think might like it, and also leave a like and a comment especially. So now let's go in the numbers. St. Lucia have around 180,000 people, and you can see here rising, but the growing rate pretty much slows down. 1955, 93,000 people here with a growing rate about 0.17%. That would be roughly 162 people. Migration on minus around 3,000. Median age almost 16 years old. Fertility at one of those nonsense, 6.4, at some point was 6.7, 6.8, which is pretty huge. And urban population 18% back then. Now in 2025, 180,000 people, so population double, with a growing rate about 0.23%, much bigger. Yearly change around 405, not that much in the numbers, and migration minus 23. Median age around 35 years old, fertility rate much more manageable, 1.3, 1.4, which is pretty good. And they got below replacement around 2005. And urban population 19.9%, 20%, so not that much increase there. In the future, they say the population going to start going down. The number is going to be around 172,000 people with a growing rate about 0.5%. That will be roughly around 800 people on minus. Migration still on minus with 50 people. Median age 45.7. Fertility rate stable at 1.4, 1.5. And urban population 28%. Life expectancy very high, 73 years old for both sexes. Female 76.6 and male 70, around that, which is, I would say, pretty good age to die. Infant mortality rate 13.4 and death under age of 5 16.1. Those are huge numbers in my opinion. Just clear the medical system doesn't do that well. Well, in this island they speak English, official language, but also it's gonna be like French. It's Saint Lucia Creole French. Not sure exactly how much French is that, but they say it's French. 85% of them are black, 10% mixed, and 2.2% Indian. Pretty interesting. 90% Christianity and 6% around that no religion. GDP we're gonna see later with the economics. Gini coefficient, look at this, 51.2, very unequal. Pretty interesting, we're gonna see here. Let's check the demographics. Well, demographic, it's pretty much, you can see the pyramid gets narrow on the base, so clearly the population slows down in growth, and we can see in the data, and at some point in the future we saw that the population is going to go down. They have some male surplus here, and by the age of 28, 30, around that, and then we're going to go with a female surplus. So clearly people are leaving, and probably most of them, I would say, they would be male population, but just assumption. Now GDP in 2023 around 2.2 billion US dollars, which is not that much nominal, and PPP around 3.3 billion. Growing rate, I would say, pretty healthy in 2021, probably just before the pandemic. 12.2, then 14.9, 3, 2.2 in the last year. GDP per capita $12,000, around that, not that great, and PPP around 18,000. Agriculture 2.2, industry 10, and services 86. Probably a lot of tourists here. That's why they have that growth immediately after the pandemic. Inflation 6.4, pretty high. And again, Gini coefficient. This is from 2016, but still 51. It's not gonna be easy to go that number down. Unemployment in 2022. 17.5. Those are actually absolutely huge numbers, and probably that's why a lot of population wants to go there. Corruption here, where we have some numbers. Let me check them where they are. Saint Lucia 59 points, and they grow 7 points. They almost go in a 60, which again perceive as less corrupt, so that at least is good. Unfortunately, the economic doesn't do well. Population is gonna go some changes. I would say they're gonna go down, as we can see in the numbers. They could have some decent future, but now let's see how those people actually live here. Just one island, which is nice. Not that many 360s, I would say. Not that huge elevation on the island, but let's see how those people live here. A bit jammed together, I have to say. Not sure exactly which ditch. This ditch here doesn't look that well to me. Streets very narrow, I would say. Probably it's someone there. Not sure exactly. Bars on the windows, again, we see them. Not exactly great. Those are expensive cars. And yeah, doesn't look that bad, especially here in this area. But yeah, look at this one. Look at the houses here. Not exactly that great. Just looks like one of those favelas that we saw in South America. Roads are pretty good. Cables management, yeah, not the greatest. Again, keep in mind a lot of inequality here. So we're gonna see probably some very good areas and very bad ones. Like for example, this one doesn't look that great, I would say here. But this one is pretty bad. At least we have some idea how things are going on in this part of the world. Yeah, as we can see, how it's like 85 or 90% black. Yeah, we can see it. Things again not that well here. At least I don't see them thriving, let's say, in this part of the island. Let's check these streets. Maybe that one was a good example. Yeah, here they don't even have the paved roads. That's an interesting color for a car. Painted cars, pretty much any color that you want. This one is a big house, so those guys doing pretty well. And with stainless steel fence, it can be that cheap. Let's see here. Yeah, abandoned cars, or maybe some sort of the small junkyard. Not sure exactly what is this, but I don't think it's a fish. Unfortunately, we don't have 360s on the beach, so we can actually check them. We have some other communities in around this one, but we cannot see them. Yeah, they live a bit jammed together, I have to say. Here, much better in this region. But here, look at this, just way too tight, I would say. Let's check this street. Maybe this one is better. Oh yeah, it is better. I have to say they have paved roads, nice houses, compared with what we see so far. This fence not so much. I don't think they have a goat, just tie them from that tree. But okay. Somebody washing the car in the street. Look at this. Hello. What else? What else? Some decent houses, I have to say, not so bad. And this car is pretty expensive here in Europe, and this is 2024, so again, some of them doing pretty well. A car like that cannot cost less than 20,000 euros here. Brand new, at least, obviously. But it is pretty a fair new car, I would say. It's a Toyota. Those are not exactly known for the cheap prices. They're just known for the reliability. Here the road's pretty good. Again, one of those $15,000-$20,000 car in Europe, 20,000 euros in Europe. Here could be expensive, even more expensive. It's an island. Usually things on the island are more expensive. Yeah, road's pretty good. I like it. They do pretty well here. Let's check this south part of the island. Oh, they have a pretty huge airport. Actually, yeah, it's pretty big. What else can we see? Oh, probably some sort of the resorts here. Yeah, it looks like a resort to me. Very nice. Nice. Nice and indeed very nice. Let's check the beach. Let's see how things are there. Nice weather, nice sea. Have some small islands there. Oh, this one, yeah. Nobody make a 360 there, unfortunately, but that beach could be nice. Let's check this one right here in the... I don't think exactly right there, but ooh, that's nice. That's a nice landscape. They don't cover faces here, okay. Alright, see that nice beach, that nice island. Pretty good, pretty good. From above looks pretty good, I like it. They might not be that equal, judging by the numbers that we saw. But they have some nice landscape, and that is for everybody to enjoy. See the table, I guess they make those 360s. Again, road's pretty good. They do pretty well with roads. Let's check this one random. Like I said, always go randomly on the map. I'm not choosing the good side. I'm not choosing the bad side. I could miss good things. I could miss bad things. Just going randomly. I don't think this is garbage. Just from whatever make that 360. Just put them there. You're gonna take them out with them. So yeah, nothing to worry about. That's a juice box. I'm not sure exactly which flavor it is, but it could be strawberry. Yeah, nice island, nice vegetation, nice weather. 2022, pretty good. They done well in that trip. Again, here look at this, a bit jammed together, not that many trees, not exactly great. Roads again, pretty good. I don't see garbage so far. So yeah, very clean. Ooh. It's a Mitsubishi. Oh, look at this Mercedes. That's expensive. It's 2023, still expensive. That's probably like 10k there. Yeah, houses here, pretty good. They kind of like stainless steel fences for whatever reason. Again, not that cheap, but it's gonna last a long time, especially maintain it right. Unfortunately, the quality of those street views, not exactly great, but hey, we're working with what we have, so I can't be picky. A cemetery, yeah, if you wanna see those things. Yeah, a bit of garbage here with this container, shipping container. Not sure exactly what they needed, but seems to be abandoned there. What else can we find here? Not sure which car is that, but it looks expensive. And this one looks even more expensive. Ooh, yeah, they have good roads, good weather. I don't think they have that many at least hurricane here, but I could be wrong, so don't rely exactly on that. Ooh, here, keep in mind, there are around 180,000 people here, so it's quite a significant population. Yeah, here I don't like this garbage. Again, roads pretty good. Cars park on the streets. Yeah, in this case, you don't have exactly the room to put them, but still doesn't look that great. Huge house here. Not sure exactly what those pipeline here. Doesn't look that appealing to me. This one, I like the vegetation. See, they put vegetation 10 times better. If they don't have the vegetation, it would not look that great. Yeah, so far they're looking good on the roadside, on the road quality. The infrastructure looks decent so far. At least decent. Looks pretty good, in my opinion. Otherwise, housing, yeah, housing, not all of them are created equal. Some of them pretty good, some of them not so much. But yeah, this is the bus station. No, it could be a bus station. I'm not gonna judge it by the bus station because I'm not sure exactly, so no. Pretty rough neighborhood, I would say. Again, let's move somewhere else. Here, maybe a bit more relaxed. Road here, not the greatest. I don't think that's a bus station. That's pretty much a store there, or whatever that is. Keep in mind, this. Oh, look at this! Pretty bad accident. Keep in mind that this country has, this state has a lot of inequalities. So you can see that those numbers pretty high. So let's find those rich neighborhoods. But first, let's check these ones. Nice cars, decent roads here. Bars on the windows here. Not exactly what you wanna see or live like that. Nice vegetation here. Ooh, that's an expensive car. Oh, you can check those narrow streets. That's an expensive Subaru. It's not gonna be cheap, one of those. And again, this is 2024. Look how many cars they have. It's such a small island and then still keep all other cars. Okay, where are the rich ones? With that much inequality, they have to be some rich, really rich ones. Ooh, what is this? It's like a mall or general store or something like that. Where are the rich ones? Where are the rich people? Ooh, this one is a good place for rich people. Yeah, you can see some poles here. I don't even see the road. It's very well hidden. Definitely this area is not for the poorest people, as I can see. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Can we go on the... We don't have exactly a beach here, but yeah, those are spa hotels, whatever they are. It looks very good. Oh, this one is a beach here. Let's check this one. But again, with a big resort, so yeah, pretty... Not exactly well maintained, but the beach looks pretty nice. So this part looks very rich, as this part with pools and a lot of trees, and also the most important, a lot of privacy. See, that's a thing with the rich people. Privacy is pretty much a priority there, a requirement. They're still doing this nonsense with put those on the windscreen, in the windshield, to have proof that you pay, I don't know, the road tax or you have insurance or stuff like that. They used to do that here in Europe, but now they just got away from that. It's stupid. Shipping containers. Road is actually not great, but probably a lot of heavy trucks going here, so the road is gonna take some damage. That's an expensive car. Road pretty decent again, nice views, nice weather. Those are for tourists 100%, so they have clearly, in that service industry, they have a strong, I would say, tourism industry. Those are pools with house. Those are rich neighborhoods, probably. This hill right here, not for the poorest guys. Probably it's a tunnel here. Yeah, 100% tunnel. Yeah, we find a rich area, but I think that has to be more than that. There's no way just that. Nah, I don't believe it. This one looks rich as well. Look at those pools. Unfortunately, we don't have not even a 360 to check them in detail. This one looks rich again. Look at this. Not that many trees here. Strangely enough. But definitely a rich area. Here, one of those downtowns. I'm not sure exactly. In the harbor, close to that. Yeah, pretty good. Again, I'm not sure exactly if I make a vacation here. We have some other option, definitely, but this one, look at this, how huge it is. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. They don't like those chairs, just feels cheap. Here again, resorts. I mean, you can work in those resorts, but let's face it, you cannot offer that many jobs for 180,000 people. Oh, those are really rich ones. Everyone has a pool. Everyone has his privacy. Weird houses. Look at this guy here. This one more manageable. This one very nice. Again, unfortunately, we can't see them. But yeah, you can see. They have a hill as the rich people neighborhood. Looks pretty good. They even have a golf course here. No 360, no nothing. No, they keep the privacy. See what I'm talking about when I say rich people always value their privacy. It's a good thing. We can learn that too. That's a nice beach here. Unfortunately, we cannot see it. This is a stadium. Ooh. Let's check them. Nice grass. Small stadium. Not sure exactly how many people can accommodate. Here probably 100% not that rich. Like I said, it doesn't matter where you go in this world, you're always gonna have rich people. Probably the population should be around here, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 people. But ooh, something here. Not that impressive. Yeah, those rich neighborhoods look pretty good. Ooh, we have here some 360s. Let's check them. Yeah, so far nice yards. Those cables. Not a big fan of those, but look at the front of the yard. It's very nice, very clean. Have those fences, not exactly again a big fan of those, but from outside have even some spare lands here that you can actually build on them. Fortunately, I cannot go further than that. Looks nice in here. The road's very good. This is probably how you enter the property. Yeah, looking great. Nice views, 100% you're gonna have great views from there. Again, the road covered with trees, nice and cozy. They doing well. They doing well in these rich areas. What's happening here? They have some sort of the historic building. Pretty interesting. Yeah, here clearly, again, for rich people, it's just the way it is. You're always gonna have those people. Let's check this house. Yeah, look at this gate. Great one. The house pretty nice. The gate not so much, but it could be fixed. And the roads, yeah, impeccable. They look great. They look great. And that close to the airport, I'm not sure about that. Maybe they like to see planes landing, and maybe they don't have that much traffic here. I thought this was from the plane, but no, it's from some sort of construction close to the let me check that in a second. But look at this nice airstrip. You can see the rich people. Nice view when you go here. Where exactly that was taken? Probably from some sort of construction from this area. Maybe from this one, but it was kind of high. Not sure. That was strange a bit. Maybe you can see more in detail from here. That was pretty high. I'm not sure. Maybe from the boat, from the ship. That could be more plausible. Yeah, clearly looks nice. Oh, again they fucked up. Looking good. Looking good. Looking pretty good there. Let's check these people. How well they doing those one. Those one we see them pretty good. These ones, they have good roads. Even the quality of the 360 is not that great. Yeah, house not so much. And abandoned carts here. They have some decent house, some of those, but not as we saw with others. See, pretty good houses even here, but you don't have that view. You don't have a house in the hills and all the good stuff, but looking pretty decent. Pretty decent. Yeah, I don't think it's not a big island. Yes, you might need a car to go around it, but if you're living in a city or I don't know, some sort of the bigger town by the Western standards, you can do very fine with a motorcycle, I would say. And especially you don't need a bigger car if you don't work in a farming, let's say. It's a nice vegetation here. Yeah, looking pretty good, pretty good. Not for everybody, as you can see, not that many rich people, not that many compared with the population. That's why you probably have that inequality. A lot of people living on the very low paychecks. But there are a decent number of rich people, as we can see in pretty much all the countries that we check. Yeah, so far it's not that bad. But making a vacation here, I'm not sure about that. It's just, don't see something that amazing. That say, wow, that's great. Just somebody with no head here. Yeah, kind of weird beach here. Oh, this. The forest here, the palm forest looks very nice, but those algae not exactly that great. Maybe just happened to be in a, I don't know, a bad timing there, but still. Oh, we have a 360 here. This is again rich people. And this is some sort of the, oh, this is Christmas, some sort of the golf course. And yeah, look at this. That's how they rich. This is how they live. Great, great. Ooh, we have some 360s here. Yeah, those one I believe. Oh, look at it, the chairs much better. See, rich people. I'm not sure they go down or they're fixed in place, but probably this one is some sort of a resort. Yeah, I don't think it's a gated community. At least I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be a gated community, but I'm not sure. They have a nice beach here. Now cozy, private as always. Somebody is trying to sell something here, I guess. Yeah, not that many people, looking very cozy. And it's October 2018. Oof. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's looking great. That's a huge house, by the way. This part of the island, you can see not that many street views, not that many, very private area, but ooh, from above, damn, they're looking great. Look at those ones. So see, that's the one, that's the people that are doing well in this part of the world. Ooh, look at this, on the hills, that close, and probably they have some alley that goes to the beach, which in this case could be even a private beach, not exactly by, you know, private, but it's very hard to access those ones. So yeah, probably can consider it like a private one. House in the hills, not that many trees here, which is kind of sad, but houses are huge. Those are, look at, those are absolutely huge houses, and almost every single one of them has a pool, have a golf course. This one probably is from renting. That's why they have so many 360 here. But yeah, look at this. This is absolutely, look, this should be, what flag is that? It looks like Taiwan. I don't think it's Taiwan. This should be the absolute minimum standard of living for everyone. Right here, exactly like that. It's absolute minimum. Nobody has less than that. That would be absolutely perfect. Perfect from the, let's say, housing department. This is how everyone should live. Let's check another one. Maybe we have something from the inside. Something from the inside. Pretty good as a standard house. Not so bad. I'm not sure about this washing machine here, but yeah, looking pretty good to me. Again, as a minimum, that is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, pretty good, I would say. The rich living very well. As you can see, very nice houses, very nice land. The rest of them here on the main road, not exactly the same level, and we're gonna see a lot of them on those small streets that they don't do also that well. Let's check these ones. It doesn't even work. Yeah, I guess this northern part of the island, very how should I say this, very cozy. Yeah, here pretty good. Oh, what is this? Not sure exactly what are those. Probably you want to go to swim and you have to make your scene for boats, not just roll over you, I guess. I'm not sure, because they have that flag and it could be seen probably. But yeah, pretty good area. See, I like this one, really like it. They're doing great here in this part of the island. They're doing very well. Probably they even have like all the roads are private or something like that. I don't think it's a gated community, but still you see them, that there is a difference, let's face it. And the fact that we don't have street views could tell you something. Well, they don't have exactly all the country make it street views, but still it's nice. It's pretty good. Even those ones, see, a bit jammed together here, not exactly like those guys. See, bigger lands around them. This is how it's supposed to be, big lands covered in trees. Much better, yeah. So I guess that's the island. That it's Saint Lucia. Pretty good. I like it. Making vacation here, not so much. Having a house on that hills in the rich area, yeah, who would not want that? So yeah, that was the video. I try to keep them short. Check the other videos that I make, and see you next time.